Hello everyone, my name is Illyrio and welcome to another episode on the Chronos server. Today we are finally updating to 1.18. We are not updating to 120 yet because we want to slide some portals for some farms and it's a lot easier to do in 1.18. So we will build those farms in 1.18 and then update later. As most of you know, the biggest and almost only change in 1.18 is the new terrain generation. So now the terrain also generates below Y0 until Y-64. That means that most of our perimeter are now completely useless. So while we are building new farms, we also need to expand most of our perimeters. We are currently under the spawn perimeter, and to expand it we decided to mine all the new terrain up to bedrock. Usually when we mine a big area, we decide to keep all the blocks, so for that to make some trenches, to drop all the blocks in, and then they will be sent to a central storage. So we have 4 trenches that all leads to this bubble column here, and if we go at the top we can see a big storage. All the items arrive here, and then we check if they are shulker boxes or normal item and we separate them. The normal item goes to mixed box loaders that are here, and the boxes directly go to the bulk here. So we can check in the chest we have a lot of boxes filled with different items. We also have a restock station for food, elytras and all the important things. And one thing that I forgot to mention is that we're using the carpet rule that allows us to insta-mine deep slate with a netherite pickaxe. As you can see, it doesn't work with the diamond pickaxe, but only with the netherite pickaxe. Without that, the project will not be feasible just by mining. And even then, this area is 27 by 27 chunks, which is a volume of 12 million blocks. We have updated almost 2 weeks ago and roughly half of this dig is done. But this is not the only perimeter that we need to dig. We have a few of them that I'm gonna show you. There is this squad witch hut perimeter just next to spawn that we are still not sure what to do with it. There is the ice farm perimeter. This perimeter that will be used for flower farms. And that's without counting the mob switch digs, and also without counting other perimeters for farms that I don't want to spoil yet. But we are not gonna extend all the perimeters just by mining. We are also gonna use a wall detour for the biggest one. So for example with the ultimate raid farm perimeter, and we're also gonna use a wall detour for the main storage perimeter. And because this one is 1400 blocks square perimeter, we're gonna use 3 wall detours. So the first wall detour has finished already, it went down to bedrock, and as you can see it's not a regular wall detour, it's really similar to another wall detour. Well, actually the duper part is from another wall detour, because we had to make sure we didn't blow up the main storage, which was in the way. So it has to be low enough, but the sweepers are just regular sweepers, because we don't need to make sure we collect the ancient debris here, we just need to remove the liquids. And the second wall detour is running. It will reach the end. So now we can see it running. The sweepers will arrive here. We have an end gate just in case we lose one sweeper. And then it will launch again. And apparently we lost one sweeper. So let's try to see which one. Yeah, this one here. Okay, apparently it got stopped here. Yeah, there is an obsidian block. That's why. Let's see if there is anything else. No. And just start it again. Now I need to wait until it will arrive at the other side, and then the wall detour should launch again. The super should arrive in a little bit. And with this side, it actually takes around 12 minutes for the wall detour to go from one side to the other, because this perimeter is really large. And now the wall detour should launch again, hopefully. Okay. So like with another wall detour, we cache the TNT here. So we don't have to wait for it to fall 80 blocks. We can just have the top part 15 blocks above the bottom part. This one is not far from being done, but at the end we will have to mine a lot of obsidian, so it will still take some time. And then we have the last one, last world eater to launch, and it's on the other side. Yeah, so this one. Again, that's the same world eater. This is just the return side, so we don't have the TNT Durbros on this side. And it starts at Y5, like the other ones. And with this perimeter, there was a lot of obsidian that we needed to mine. So we started doing that manually, and then we made a machine. So the machine uses a bot, which is able to mine up to 5 blocks of obsidian in front of him. And when those blocks are mined, the machine will move. So this way it's faster and a lot more convenient. And once it reaches the end, it will get moved by this setup here, which will push the machine 5 blocks and then it will start again. It's a few weeks later and the perimeter is almost done. We had a few issues with the last world eater which broke a few times, so we started working on it and did something else. But now we fixed it, ran it to have a smooth floor, and it's almost done. We just need to fill the holes. And as usual, we're going to use a machine for that, but first I want to talk about the size of the perimeter because it's hard to get a sense of the scale. So as I already said, the perimeter is 88 by 88 chunks, so we can't really see the entire thing with a render distance of 16. But I can make it higher to 128, for example, and we can see how it looks. Okay, after a few seconds, all the chunks have loaded, and we can see the size. If I go in FreeCam, we can see this is the main storage and the XP farm, and I'm here. So we have a lot of empty space. The last machine we need to make is on the other side, so let's go there and see it. So this is the machine. It's only a 3 blocks tool. SG is already building it and I will help him finish it. It will basically push gravel, or you can use any blocks that's affected by gravity. It will push them on the other side of the perimeter like a normal floor placer. And every time there is a hole, the gravity blocks will fall. And then it will move. That will in the end fill all the gaps to have a really perfect smooth floor. It's a few days later and the perimeter is completely done. As you can see, all the holes have been filled with gravel and the floor is completely flat. Which is cool because we want to actually decorate the floor of this perimeter and it's a lot easier when it's completely flat, but that will be a project for another episode. Today was only about updating to 1.18 and we're actually now in 1.20.2, which means we have new stuff like the mangrove woods, for example, and also other blocks. So in the next few episodes we're going to start working on new farms and we are going to use a lot of these new blocks for decoration. So thank you for watching this video. It was a small one, but the next one will be a lot longer. So I will see you later. Bye.